Cassante is still available. We saw him dismantle Owner and Zeus together with it when Zeus played the Jace in the series against Gen G, and that's what he's going to do again here, or at least hope to do, into Frog on the Jace.
Yeah, and if DRX gets behind with this, I don't foresee a long future for Game 2. But let's jump onto their Rift for Game 2.
He's played the Tristana so many times, he's played into it so many times, knows this matchup. He's going to get slowed here.
The whole team is in the brush, guys. As they're going to bubble it, they're going to get the flash out of Yehu. Trying to get something out of Chovy. Lahen's going to flash over the wall now. He's in a bit of trouble, as he doesn't have his flash anymore, and he should be going down here. As flash forward now from Pleta, looking for more. And it's first blood to Maokai. Sponge going to pick this one up.
Yeah, some flashes down here. You know, Chovy, Lahen's lose their summoners. And of course, Yehu will expend his with Pleta. But this is the power of level 1 Ashe, and you have to respect it. I think Genji thought with his W there was really a big deciding factor as to why that ended up working so well for DRX. So, big win. 3 Hail of Blades setups here, as Yehu's going to be trying to put the pressure on in mid, and obviously bot, that's how it goes. Level 2 advantage.
Yeah. Level 2. Yehu does take a big chunk of damage from the minions. Meanwhile, down on the bottom side, Pleta is going to get bubbled. But should be fine, as they will have control of this lane early on.
And we'll see him come path bottom side first, of course, to punish this Ashe Caitlyn. They do not have vision in the brush.
So they saw him on the Gromp. They're not respecting this engage. Pleta does not have flash, so he's just dead. Guys, you saw him on the Gromp. Your support doesn't have flash. There wasn't a ward. There was no way to see him coming on in, but they could have extrapolated that there was a chance he would gank the lane that doesn't have flash.
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe eyes big for the stomach on this one because they want to maximize the value out of this Caitlyn Ashe, and I think the communication between Teddy and Pleta is let's just keep pushing this, let's get a bigger advantage, but gotta respect Canyon.
Yeah, definitely good stuff so far from Frog. But Canyon's a level 3 Rel, and he's trying to get some stuff done. We do have Sponge coming on up to the top side as well, but Frog is going to be forced to flash away from this one. Canyon no longer has his flash, but he's going to hit the max range Q, although Frog is going to stay alive, and now Sponge is here with double buff, but not going to extend the play. Yeah, I think there's something to be said about saying, okay, most likely he's just going to path towards his red. He's behind, he lost a buff already, so maybe he's not going to come bot, but either way, that's the way it did pan out. And now Sponge is on the bottom side of the map here. Pei's already taken a bunch of damage. Just step on a trap. He is going to cleanse away from the root, but this is pretty elementary as a very nice dive does come in from the side of DRX.
Well played. Teddy should be able to grab that plate as well. He does, and now Lahen's is next on the chopping block.
Yep, Pleta going to tank up a couple of shots, and it's done perfectly. That's a couple of kills now for DRX on the bottom side of the map.
And there's no prio for Chovy mid, so they're getting plates, they're getting a dragon, and Gen G just put so far behind in this early game, and we're looking at a 2,000 gold lead here, nearly, at 7.5 minutes. This early game is going swimmingly. Pei's so far behind on CS, plus the plate gold means he is just so significantly behind this lethality Caitlyn as Frog.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. The knockup is going to come in here as he gets knocked away by the hammer, so Frog doesn't have any way to get away from this, although it does go pretty far away, but this is Cassante, who am I kidding? He's got another dash in about a second or two. It's a straight up solo kill.
Mentioned is once again Canyon stays down here.
This time there is Arrow, all summoners available for DRX's bottom lane. Still just trying to help out the bottom lane. Canyon's taking a lot of damage here, but now Pleta, he's not going to respect the Rel combo. He's just going to get Magnastormed in the face as here comes Sponge, but is he on time is the question. Another Q is going to come through, and Teddy just gets run into as Pei's will be able to take him down with the help of Lahen's. Actually flashes and then dies, as Sponge might be able to follow up on this one. Nice Q.
Bit of a messy one down there, but Gen G have really evened up the gold.
Yeah, and what do you do when new players join the LCK? You bully them. This dive is not going very well. Pei's just going to die to the turret. So actually, Gen G are the ones bullying themselves, I guess. That dive was not it.
What is going on, Valdez?
Yeah, he's just dead. No flash, no rocket jump. Not sure how that one happened. Maybe he jumped in again, and then he died. And it's an engage from Canyon. Pleta is once again dead. He's just taking a huge amount of damage from this one, and now Canyon's in a bit of trouble. He's trying to run this one off. with his horse pants, but it's not quite going to work out. The heal comes through, but the Q hits as down will go Lehens, and DRX win the 3v3.
Sponge has 4 kills, Valdez, in this game. He got that Night Spout early, and with the Merc Treads, he just runs at them. He doesn't care. And Pays, he wants to stop these plates from going over, but he is actually now under threat. He wants to farm. Yehu
is dead. Is he? 1 Q? Yeah, that's it.
You knew he was
lane and help out with this. Meanwhile, in the top side, Sponge knows where his bread is buttered, as maybe he doesn't actually. Double TP is coming in from the entire side of Gen G. Teddy is so dead, and down he will go. Keen not going to be able to catch Sponge, as Canyon will do the job instead, as he was just running up the river himself. The disengage cone is definitely going to help out very nicely here, but unfortunately, Cassante is more overpowered than the blast cones that try very hard to deny us any action. So he is going to pick up that kill, as Gen G are right back in the game.
Now,
still a Caitlyn in this game. Teddy's doing a good job of trying to cut off cut off some angles and stuff, but at the end of the day, no stopping Canyon from hopping on in there, as he will come up now. And Canyon has his own Knight's Vow now. This one is put on Pays. Pleased to have that. Chovy might be in a bit of trouble here, as the Maokai ultimate does come out. Does get caught by the edge of that one. Very nice shockwave. There is no wave here, but it does not matter, as they just burst down Chovy. That's a big shutdown in the hands of Frog now.
that was what I was talking about in the draft, the combo. You just press Maokai ult, you press Ash Arrow, and then you just shoot him with Jace. And if
the completed calls, so Jace definitely should be doing some work here, as Yehu in a bit of trouble. That arrow is not going to do much. And again, this 1v1 is not going to work. Yehu can't really match Chovy in the side lane right now. And out comes Sponge.
The Rift Herald escape pod.
Yeah.
In action here, Sponge will have the flash away, but they're not done yet.
Thankfully, Chovy has, nope, it's not going to matter. The ult does follow, and no disengage code, and is going to help him out this time, as now Sponge is going to get re-caught here with no summoners. Down he goes. 19 kills in a 21-minute game.
Yeah, this game is definitely a very high kill, very high action, constant skirmish game, as Keen is once again going to come up behind them here, not giving any mid-prio, not giving any control.
Now, nice trap here, and Keen is in a bit of trouble. That Caitlyn is doing a nice amount of damage, even with the stacking armor that Keen does have. It's a trinket as well. DRX are going to have to do something. Gen G are not backing down from this Baron. As we can see, the poke is going to hit Chovy mainly, as now the tidal wave is excellent to keep Sponge out of this one. And look at Keen as well, just going to ult him. Excellently done by the top laner of Gen G to keep the jungler out of this one. But now can they win the fight is the question, as here comes Canyon, going to take down Frog, as he is the front line right now. And the Maokai, Sponge, he's the only one left here with 380 carries. He's just got to turn tail and get out. Thankfully, the Blast Cone saves his life and avoids more action. But Gen G, a massive win. Huge amount of pressure onto this map. With the Baron power plays, here comes the Hex Blast, but the Nature's Grasp is going to help out a bit, but only helps out the rest of the team, Sponge not included.
Yeah, who's going to get a turret up here top side, so it's not all for nothing here for DRX. Not all for naught, the lost turret mid, but it's going to be a trade 2-for-1 here potentially. The wave will actually thin out, so won't be able to grab this inhibitor turret, but they get half of it. As Teddy, got to be further back than you are.
You got to avoid the minefield as well. Culling is going to come out. Teddy is so low, and he just gets taken out, assassinated by the Lucian. I guess that's why we still pick this champion, as that's a double kill for Pays.
Okay, Teddy may have overextended, but then on the chase, they come through here. Pays, calls.
The end of this is so clean. Oh. And then just a bit more cherry on top.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to say much. Meanwhile, some more trading, because that's what this game is all about.
And the fact that he could just beat this Orianna in sides means the Orianna late game side threat is not really going to be an issue. So speaking of issues.
Yeah, even all of those traps not going to help out. Although Sponge does live, and now you've got to run through the traps, so Redemption is going to help out nicely. And, 12% extra. And now he's got the cripple hoop. So this Orianna that's already incredibly strong. We also have Bloodthirster finished for Pays. So your damage dealers are doing a lot, and your tanks have just stacked an incredible amount of armor, as Pleta doesn't exist anymore. He is just pushed away, as we do have a big fight coming in here, and Yehu's just not here. Neither is Keen, but now Sponge is going to be taken out as well, and Canyon finally pulls the trigger. They don't even need that Baron. They're just going to run at DRX and kill 4 of them. And that might just be the end of the game.
Yep, they end up catching him there in the top lane before the Baron even spawns. Who needs Baron setups? King gets his 1500th kill, the first LCK top laner to do so. And he may be picking up a POG in this one as well. They're pushed to end.
Yeah, that should do it. And Gen.G gonna make it pretty quick here. We talked about some long metas in recent times. Not the case when Gen.G does play off against teams they are much better than. So, quick 2-0. And a bunch of kills in this second game. Gen.G, you see that Keen just takes negative damage in the trade. And that is going to do it. Gen.G will go home very happy tonight. I would assume that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, that's probably
actual cake that they have. Kind of doubt it, but you know, the lethality. Caitlyn looked pretty good again.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy played it well.
Win, but
it's not individual plays, I think, that DRX struggle with the exception of Yehu here. It's just that Gen.G is one of our most coordinated teams in the world that we have right now, so